Welcome to Putt-Putt Golf here on Channel 10. My name is Dave Kreider, and this evening we will be playing course number 2. We only have about 5 or 6 weeks of regular tournament competition before the North and South championships and then our city championship at the end of the year. Mike got out to the course a little bit earlier this evening, and he asked some of the putters what their favorite course is out here out south and why.
My favorite course in the city is course 3 here at the South Course. The reason is it's a good mix. There's speed putts, finesse putts, and a couple of hard bank shots as well. So it's a good mix of skill, tests everybody's ability at all levels of the game.
Well, that didn't take really too long. I can tell you, as I'm standing on course 2 tonight, it's not this one, folks. My favorite is right next door to us, course 3, out south here. It's been a very favorable course over the years for me. I've won a lot of tournaments on it, and my stroke average has been pretty good over the years. I think I like it because it's eminently fair to both the amateurs and the pros. Not too many tough holes. First couple on the front side a little tough, but beyond that, there's a lot of good ace opportunities. And as an amateur player that likes to move up through the field, you like to see those opportunities.
My favorite course out south is course 1. I seem to know the angles and the banks there, and it's a little easier for me to play. Course 2 would be my next choice, and then course 3.
This is Bruce. My favorite course is course 1 on the South Course, because it's so dang easy.
My favorite course of all the courses is 3 North, because there are a lot of easy ace holes, and there's not a lot of trouble, other than maybe 2 holes on the whole course.
In tonight's tournament, we will have 37 players participating, easily our largest turnout of the year. We'll have 5 players in the cash division, 10 in the amateur A division, and we have 22 amateur B players. A little later on, we'll be introducing a new feature to our show this for the rest of the year also. We're going to profile one putter and sit down and have an in-depth interview with them, and tonight's recipient will be Brian Johnson. We're going to sit down and talk with Brian, and you will see that interview a little bit later on. In a moment, we'll get out to the course and begin this evening's tournament, so please be sure to stay tuned. We'll start off this evening's play in the amateur B division on hole number 3. This is Gene Hostler. Gene's been playing very well of late. Won the amateur tournament out south or north Tuesday night. This is Drew Kitchen. Real good putt there for a par. Next up will be Travis Schilling. Guys there. We'll move up a notch to the amateur A division. This is hole number 10. John Filber will be first to putt. Nice shot there by John. Next up will be Jim Teal. Good shot there by Jim. This is Nick Parent. And all 3 players with aces. Okay, we're in the B division once again. This is James Tweed on hole number 4. Next up will be Steve Schnitz. putt by Steve. This is Donnie Harmeyer. Harry? Next up will be Dan Jackson. Dan's another player that's been playing very well as of late. Third member of this group will be Kevin Dibble. Okay, we're in the cash division now on hole number 12. This is Ben Craver. Next up will be Steve Hagerfeld.
Get the hole, please.
Good, man.
I don't care.
Okay, we're on hole number 11 now. This is Shane Smith. This is Damian Ravel. This is Ed Langston. There's a nice hole-in-one there by Ed. Next up to the tee will be Charju Ravel. Pretty good safe deuce putt. Have to remember that. And now, it's Brian Johnson, hole number 14. Nice shot there by Brian. Next up will be Kenny Moore. Excellent shot there by Kenny. That was probably about as tough a putt as you'll find on this hole. This is Bruce Aaron. Good putt there by Bruce as well. This is Robert Moore on hole number 6. And a good putt there by Robert. Next up will be James Warner. My little note.
Last one's Jason.
Oh, is it Jason? Yeah. Okay. Is it Jason? Okay.
Stay right.
James. Okay, this is James Fauché.
Next, Jason. What do I have?
Yeah, you got this one right. It's just the other one. And we've just been told that was Jason Warner, not James, that putted just previously. So my apologies there. Have a lot of new putters out here this evening, and this is a tough course for new putters to play on. It's a tough course for guys that play every week. There's a good shot there for a 3. This is Nick Philpott on hole number 5. That's going to be short. And because of the number of people that we have playing this evening, we are having a 5-stroke limit for the amateur B division only. And Nick will settle for 5. It's the worst you can do. Next up will be Adam Langston. It's kind of fun to watch some of these young guys putt, especially Adam, because I can tell you one thing, he may not always shoot the best scores, but he'll get the ball to the hole. He's very aggressive, and that's actually a nice trait to have. And you didn't really see him leave anything short on this hole. He'll have to pick up for a 5 as well. This is Kayla Warner. And she hits the pipe there in front. This is a hard hole for a lot of the newer players to have to handle as well. And that one probably will go down the hill and be in the corner, and this is a trait that often happens when you talk about this hole. Ooh, that was a good try. That was right on line. There's a nice shot there.
What was that?
I think she got a 4. Moving up to the A division now, this is Jim Wonderly. Uh-oh. Ooh, and now it's even worse for Jim because he got a bad break there, and he's directly behind that pipe, and if he hopes to make par here, he's going to have to bank it. This is a hole if you're going to ace it, you almost have to be aggressive. It's kind of hard to lay the ball up on that hill. You almost have to have perfect speed to do that, and that's sometimes very tough to do. Oh boy. Good putt there by Jim to salvage a 3. This is Kevin Krajewski. Kevin will be doing the show next week as I will come out of retirement and play course 3. And to be totally honest, in 5 shots, we haven't seen a good shot yet on this hole. We didn't get Larry Booth that today. Could be. There's Kevin will have a tap in here for a 3. Next up will be Jason Warmer. I don't think Jason's been out here too often at the South Course. He's a regular player out north. That's going to be short, too. 6 putts now. We haven't seen anybody even keep it on the hill or make an ace. They either been short or back in the corners. You can see that ball broke very sharply to your left. And let's see if Roger R. can at least get par, or maybe even an ace on this hole. We haven't seen a par yet. Well, that's in the cup. Nice shot, Roger. Okay, and that will conclude round number 1 of play. In a moment, we'll go back to the clubhouse, let you know who our leaders are in the Cash Amateur A and Amateur B division through 18 holes of play. After 1 round of play in the Cash division, we have a 3-way tie between Brian Johnson, Steve Hagerfeld, and Ben Craver, all at 2 under par, 34. In the Amateur A division, the best score of the first round, and your leader there is John Filber. John with an outstanding 7 under par, 29. Congratulations, John. And in the Amateur B division, your leader after 18 holes of play is Ed Langston at 2 under par, 34. In a moment, we'll get back out to the course and begin action from round number 2. Okay, we're on hole number 15. We'll begin in the B division. This is Kevin Dibble. Next up will be Dan Jackson. That's a pretty good safe deuce putt there. I would take that position on this hole. Next up will be Kyle Maneri. And that one's going to be back down the hill. Kyle will be allowed to move his ball out one space from the club or from the rail. Putt will break uphill to your right. Good try. We will get this group twice in the second round because we didn't get a chance to get him in the first round. This is Rolando Green. Next up will be Torrey Harmeyer. There's an ace. Good shot there by Torrey. Next up will be Larry Booth. And nice shot there by Larry. This is Donnie Harmeyer. Ooh, good try. Now, on the 18th hole at most putt-putt golf courses, you have a two-space limit, so you can move your ball out 2 spaces from the rail. You can move it out too, Donnie. There you go. Okay, he knew it. I'm sorry. I heard you. Okay. Next up will be James Tweet. This is Steve Schnitz. Okay, we're on hole number 2. Arguably the hardest hole to ace on this course. This is Travis Schilling. That was as close as you can come. That was a good putt. Next up will be Gene Hostler. This one might go back door. What? Nope, a little quick. This is Drew Kitchen. And a 3 for Drew. We're in the cash division now, hole number 9. Steve Egerfeld will be first to putt. Another difficult hole to ace.
Ooh.
Got it. Good shot.
Top of the camera. Yeah. First time I made it 2 years. At least did on TV.
got something to show the grandkids. This is Ben Craver. Okay, back to the B division now for Robert Moore on hole number 17. Next up will be James Fauché. That'll be an easy tap in there. Jason Warner will be next. For 16 now, this is Adam Langston. Good putt there by Adam for a 2. Next up will be Nick Philpott. Alan had the perfect line, he just didn't get it there. This is Kayla Warner. Kayla actually got a good break. Look at this. Okay, we'll move to the A division now on hole number 13. This is Nick Parent. This is John Filber. We're on hole number 14. Nice putt there by John. This is Jim Teal. Good putt there by Jim. Shane and Damien. Okay, we're in the A division now. This is Don Brecht on hole number 16. This is Andrew Teal. Good putt there by Ander. This is Josh Schmitz. We're on hole number 17. And we'll watch Don Breck once again. That one's just going to miss on the right-hand side. Be an easy tap in. And we'll watch Andrew one more time. That one's got a chance. Nope, it's slid left. Ray Harmeyer, hole number 7. And a 4 for Torrey. Next up, Larry Booth. Good shot there by Larry. Oh, yeah. Not good. It's Rolando Green. Nice putt there by Rolando. On hole number 4, this is Kevin Krajewski. That's not going to get up the hill. This is Jason Warmer. Abby and Kimberly. Nice show. Nah, we don't want to do that. This is Shane Smith on hole number 15. Damian Rebel. Looked like I just caught the right edge. And no, I thought he made it. Okay, back to the cash division we go with Kenny Moore on hole number 17. Is it over? Is it? Brian Johnson. How many under are you, Alice? 10? It's been an easy course. Watching Jim Wonderly, Jim in the A division on hole number 6. That's a good putt if it gets there. Kenny Moore is your leader at 12 under par 60, and at last round Kenny shot an 11 under par 25, which is a new course record. So congratulations, Kenny. Outstanding putting. Moving down to the amateur A division, your leader is John Filber at 9 under par 63. And the B division, we have a new leader after 36 holes of play, James Tweet at 3 under par 69. In a moment, we'll get out to the course and follow the action in round number 3. Ed was trying to play a backdoor shot, but he hit the P on the right-hand side.
You know what? It probably wouldn't have broken in.
This is Chargy Rovell. End of the hour thus far. Kenny Moore. Once again, congratulations to Kenny, a new course record. And we're on hole number 5, and there's one that did everything but go in. Kenny has a 5-stroke lead through 2 rounds of play, but as you've seen on this course, no lead is really safe, because any one of these cash players are capable of doing what Kenny did. It's Bruce Heron. It's good speed. Nope, didn't get there. It's Brian Johnson. Hole number 6. Backdoor shot off the left rail. Good shot there by Kenny. This is Bruce Heron. It's not Kenny. Nobody is. You watch Brian putt again. Brian going to play it front door. It's kind of a long deuce. Good putt there by Brian. In the A division now, this is Roger R. on hole number 13.
Oh.
follow the leader in the A division now for the next several holes, and it's this gentleman right here, John Filber. John with scores of 29 in the first round, 34 in the second. He's at 63, 9 under par. It's a hard hole to ace. And this is a hole you need to practice bank shots for your deuces, because probably about 50% of the time you're going to be behind that brick. Oh no. Next up will be Jim Teal. Good shot there by Jim. Nick Perrin will be next. Good ace there by Nick. Same group on hole 13. Here's Jim's putt. Ace. 2 in a row for Jim. Nick will be next. I don't know if that one's going to get there. And let's see if John can knock this one in after taking that 3 on 11. Got it. Good shot there by John. Okay, we're on hole number 7. We'll follow the B leader for a couple holes. It's James Tweet, hole number 7. James at 3 under par 69. A division, B division, very competitive again this evening. I would hasten to guess the way Kenny Moore is putting tonight, I think he'll win the cash division. This is Steve Schnitz. Well, that was a good-looking putt, and you guys got a really bad slide off of that rail. This is Donnie Harmeyer. And a hole-in-one. Time. It's Donnie on hole number 8. It's not going to kick straight. It never does off that back rail. It'll always kick to your right. Here's James' putt. Here's Steve's putt. And that will conclude our highlights from round number 3. In a moment, we'll go back to the clubhouse, let you know who our winners are in all 3 divisions. We'll have an in-depth interview with our featured putter of the week, Brian Johnson, and we'll begin the match play tournament. Okay, we're here with two of our winners here this evening out here at Putt-Putt, and I'll begin on my right with James Tweet, and James winning the Amateur B Division tournament. And James, first of all, congratulations to you. Even par on this course, and you don't play that much out here, so you got to be pleased with your score.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. This is my second time out this year. Last time I came in 5th, and tonight I guess I got kind of lucky.
Now, course 2, especially in the B Division, a thing you got to try to do as much as all possible, try to avoid bogeys.
Yeah, I tried to stay as consistent as possible. Seemed like I was getting pars over and over and over again, and then the occasional ace would lower the score. But on course 2 seems to be the hardest course out here. So
it is, believe me, it is. Well, James, you played very well tonight. I want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the year, and I hope you can come out and participate in the rest of our tournaments.
Thank you very much.
Okay, on my left, this is John Filber, and John is our Amateur A winner. And John, you really needed that 29 in the first round because you kind of scuffled there in rounds 2 and 3, but it was good enough to hold up. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Dave. It's like I told Mike earlier, it's been kind of feast or famine in putting for me this season. I had a famine on Tuesday night out north, and tonight I had a feast, so it kind of balances things out, I guess.
Well, you have both your medal play spots, both out here and out north, and now we have match to shoot for. You got 6 weeks left to go, and competition's a little bit thinned out. And like you say, tonight you putted good, and the weather conditions are ideal. So maybe this is the night you can bag a double.
Well, this is my kind of weather. I mean, it's warm and the winds are calm, and that's the conditions I like to putt in.
You putted very well this evening, John, and it's good to see you putt well once again. Last year, you kind of went on the same kind of streak. It seems to me the second half of the year is when you really get your game together.
Well, actually, last year I was much more consistent as far as my weekly scores were concerned, and my average is much lower than it has been this season. Last season, I won all my tournaments in the first half, and then I just kind of coasted in the second half. This season, it's been the first season that I've been putting that I've won all my tournaments in the second half of the season, or close to it.
Well, best of luck to you, John. Once of all, congratulations. You putted very well tonight, and you got to be happy with that 29. You shoot 29 on this course. That's an accomplishment. Of course, Kenny Moore kind of outdid that, but Kenny's kind of in the upper echelon, at least right now, the way he's going.
Yeah, well, I'll settle for a 29 anytime.
All right, John. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Okay, in just a moment, we'll have our feature interview with Brian Johnson, so please be sure to stay tuned for that. We're here with Brian Johnson, and Brian, one of the best putters the city of Fort Wayne has to offer, and we're going to talk for about 5 minutes or so with Brian, get his feelings on putt-putt and miniature golf in general. And first of all, Brian, tell us what year did you get started? How many years you've been playing professionally, or putt-putt in general? When did you get started?
I started playing tournaments in 1985. Mike Bush, who was then manager of the North Course, kept bugging my grandmother to let me come out and try tournaments, and she finally consented. That's how everything got started. I ended up getting Rookie of the Year that year. Yeah.
Well, Brian, as a player that's played 11 years, we've seen a lot of changes come and go over the years. Has there been anything, talk about some of the positive changes, and if there have been any things that have been negative, you can, if you want to comment on that as well, feel free.
Well, kind of like wish there were still more of the cash division players left. So a lot of them ended up, it used to be, 10, 11 every night, sometimes 15. But a lot of them gotten married and had kids, and, it just kind of puts restraints on your time. It'd be nice to get some of those guys back here one of these years once their kids get old enough. But quality of competition as far as the difference between the cash division and the amateur division has definitely gotten a lot closer. A lot of the amateurs have come a long way, and they're all quite a few of them are very capable putters, and I hope that they will move up here in the years to come.
Let's talk about out-of-town tournaments for quite a while, specifically some of the bigger championship events that Putt-Putt has to offer. We have a lot of players out here, Mike, myself, and a lot of the other guys have played in big tournaments all across the country. How long does it basically take you to learn a new course?
I went to Augusta, Georgia, and played in the $10,000 Commissioner's Cup back in '92, and Todd Berdise and myself went down, and it took us about 4 days to really learn the course pretty well, to the point where we were comfortable. And, you know, there's still some holes that, you know, learning a course. I mean, the courses out here, we're still learning. We've been playing for 10, you know, 15 years in some cases. But to get comfortable, it usually takes 4 or 5 days of solid, you know, 10-hour days of practice.
Do you feel that when you play in an out-of-town tournament, it can work both ways? Do you feel added pressure because it's, the stakes are a lot higher than they are here in the Fort Wayne local tournaments, or does it seem to relax you a little bit more because the quality of competition may be a little better? And that's not a knock on the Fort Wayne players, but when you go to an out-of-town tournament, you're playing against the best across the country.
Oh yeah, it's with my record in those tournaments, I'd have to say it relaxes me because I've fared fairly well in the out-of-town tournaments. At Commissioner's Cup, I believe there were like 125 putters, and I ended up tying for 22nd with Greg Ward and Bobby Ward, who are two of the top putters in the country. So I felt pretty good about that performance. But it's a lot different at the national level because there are so many people playing. You know, you'll have 100, you know, between 100 and 150 pros, and then another 100 amateurs, and then another 50 novices. So it's very slow play. So the first time you go, you tend to get into a rhythm where you finally get to hit your putt and you rush it because you've been waiting so long. You just have to learn to take your time, relax, and, you know, when it is your time to putt, make sure you hit a quality shot.
Brian, you've been playing, this is your 11th year now. What would you say thus far has been your biggest accomplishment or highlight throughout your great career so far?
Well, locally, I had my last year as amateur was a pretty good year. Managed to win 22 to 26 that year. It was a pretty good run. But you know, there were 85 Rookie of the Year, of course, and that was the same year that Jeff was considered for that award, and also Kevin Marshhouse, who hasn't been playing the last couple of years. But it was a pretty good crop of amateurs that year. And some of my national or the out-of-town tournaments, I feel pretty good about my performances. You know, 22nd in the 91 Nationals in Columbus. I made it to the round of 16 in the National Match Play Tournament out of 132, how many ever that round was. But I still have to get the big three here, though. That's the big goal right now, is to get both course championships in the city here.
Okay, Brian. Once of all, congratulations. You've had a great career. You're having an outstanding year, though right now Kenny Moore is just, the last couple of weeks, Kenny's been on fire, but any one of the Cash guys is capable of reeling off a run that Kenny is. So I want to wish you continued success, and thanks for taking the time to stop by and talk with us. Want to wish you the best of luck, and maybe this year will be the year that you will do a little bit better in the major championships. You have struggled somewhat, so maybe this is the year that you finally get it done. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
A hole on each course, how he putts it, and the first one we're going to show is hole number 17 on course number 1 here at the South Course, and Mike just showed the hole on camera. Brian, what are you going to attempt to do?
Well, it's a straightaway hole. A person just stepping up to the hole, general public's probably just going to play it straight up the ramp and try to make it straight. But a putt like that, you got to have absolutely perfect speed. What we try to do is we miss the ramp on the right side and get it to the right rail, and from there, it comes off the rail just a hair and hits the angle board and kicks straight in. And speed's a little more forgiving on that shot.
Okay, and Brian's going to show us how the hole is played now. Just like that. Okay, we're on hole number 10, course number 2, and Brian's going to explain what they try to do on this shot. This is a pretty good consistent ace, at least most of the time.
Yes, it is. On this one, the hole is hidden behind a triangle, so most people, it's just stepping up to it, either try to play it all the way down and all the way back, which leaves you wide open for bogey or worse, or just try to bank it on the left rail, which isn't much better. Your margin for error is practically nil, and once again, it'd leave you an awfully long deuce if you'd happen to miss. And so the shot that we try to play, we use the triangle instead of avoiding it. We hit it straight in the triangle, which then puts it over to the rail and then kicks back to the cup. And it's a good 70–80% ace, and even when it does miss, it's still, it's only a 2-inch deuce, so there's no problems at all with the shot.
Okay, in just a second, Brian's going to demonstrate how this hole is played. There's the putt right there. Okay, the last hole we're going to show you this evening is hole number 12 on course number 3. And Brian, we have a ring here that the general public will probably use, but most of the putters will try something different here.
Yeah, the ring will get you over close to the hole, but there's the hole breaks coming out of the ring, and it very seldom, like maybe 5% of the time, will line up on the cup coming out of the ring. Plus, you have to get it absolutely smooth in the ring to get it even close. So what we do, we just play it straight through, bank it off the back rail, and I personally try to kick it out of the corner to get it to the cup.
Okay, this is a more difficult A, so let's see if Brian can show us how it's done here. Yeah, there it is, just like that, off the back rail, and it went directly into the cup. In just a moment, we'll be getting back out to course number 2 and following the semifinals and the finals of match play.
We're in the first of our quarterfinal matches now. This is, excuse me, semifinals. Been a little rusty here. This is Jim Teal. And now Nick Parent, his playing partner in this semifinal match. He's 2 up at this point. And this looks like a good putt, but caught the left lip. Jim Teal now on the 18th hole. He trails by 2. Oh, and that crossed. Conceded. Yep, it's conceded. Nick Parent now. Nick's hit that hard and then nails it. Nick Parent standing in here. He's 3 up here as they start on hole 1. They started on 10 in this match. And Dave, this is an excellent pairing here in semifinals with the young Nick Parent and the veteran and very experienced Jim Teal.
Yeah, it is, Kevin. Both these guys have been into the finals of match play. I can remember Nick being there at least 2 times, possibly more than that, and I know Jim's been a finalist as well, so one of these guys is definitely going to get another crack at it tonight.
Okay, and Jim needs to make this to keep it at 3. Final match tonight, John Filber and Larry Booth. John is 1 up as he stands here in the 7th hole, and again, Dave, will John make a nice sweet putt there. Very veteran player in John Filber, and Larry, a newcomer relatively to these match plays.
Well, John's putting very well this evening, and he's going to be very, very tough to beat. Larry, one of the guys that's out here every week and is very capable, as you see by that shot, of making a run at it.
Nice aces there on the 7th hole, and John still stands in at 1 up here on the 8th. Going with the double bank. Did he hit enough? Yes, he did. Next putt. Now Larry with a little pressure here to have to make this to avoid going 2 down. Larry a little bit different style as he goes for the double bank, and I believe he liked that, and he'll fall 2 down. John now on number 9, standing in at 2 up on the match. John having a nice stroke tonight and just barely missed this putt on 9. The secret to this hole is to hit it very firm and straight.
That's good.
Larry concedes that. Now Larry with an opportunity to get it back to 1. Oh, he pulled that. But to leave him close enough, I'm sure that, yeah, John gave him his par. All right, we're here tonight with our now final match play participants. On the left is John Filber, and on the right is Nick Parent. Gentlemen, if you'll shake hands, we'll get this match underway. A little debate there as who's taking honors, and it'll be John Filber, who has played brilliantly through the medal play and so far through the tournament of match. And John has the first putt on this final round underway and has a nice ace.
You got shot down, don't you?
Well, I made it about 3 times this evening, twice in middle and one down there. Backdoor putt's no good.
And now Nick needing this to stop from falling one down at the start of the match. He'll need a little work on this. And he won't get it. The first hole to start this final match is one up as they stand in here on the second hole. And again, John's got it coming off this back rail. Ooh, got a little bit of hard kick. Nice looking putt. He'll safely have this, I'm sure, for his par. Especially if it's conceded. And now Nick with an opportunity to draw this match even again. This putt will have to work hard to get towards the cup, and it will stay out on the right side as well. That's third hole now. This is John Filber. He's one up in the match, and joining me in the finals of match play to do some color is Dave Kreider. And Dave, this is so we watched John ace that hole. I was saying earlier that it looks like John is what I call zoned in for the evening. He looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, he does, and this should be a real good final match because Nick's an excellent match play player. He's proven it all year long, and shows with that putt right there.
Two beautiful aces there on the third hole, and this match is still one up in the favor of Mr. Filber here as he stands in on the fourth. Oops. And that putt is going to be a little short and off to the left side of the cup. Let's see if Nick's going to make him putt it. John doing a little gardening. But nicely knocks in his deuce. Now Nick with an opportunity to draw the match even again. It's been an interesting hole tonight, Dave. A lot of putts have slid, and a lot of putts like that have stayed down, so sort of a punishing hole at times.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with this course, Kevin. The one thing I'd like to say is the fact that even though this course is probably the most difficult in the city, it's actually a fun course to play match on because the most you're ever going to lose on a hole is, you know, one, as compared to regular metal play where you can, somebody aces and you take a 5, you lose 4 strokes, and that's hard to make up.
And Nick did indeed lose that fourth hole as he's 2 down now in the match as they stand in on the fifth hole. John hitting here. He's got a nice looking putt, but it's going to slide on him a little bit. Is it going to stay up the hill? I believe so. Nicely in for his deuce. And now Nick with an opportunity to get it back to 1. Again, a tough hole, Dave.
Yeah, it is, and you might as well be aggressive on this course. And Nick knocks in another ace, and I think this match is even now.
We're here on the 6th hole, and to correct my color man briefly, this match is still in John's favor by 1. And I think Nick's going to leave it short. He'll concede, and John now with an opportunity to go back up to 2 in this match. John taking it off that left rail, and I believe that ball is going to go down the hill. Safe to bet that Nick will make him putt this. Oh, and John slid it by. This match is all even as Nick putts here on 7. And I believe he's going to leave that out to the right, as oftentimes these putts do. And Dave, this hole, as we said, over years, recent years at least, has changed quite a bit from being an easy ace hole.
Yeah, years ago it used to really be consistent, but now you about have to hit it perfect, and even if you do hit it perfect, you got to get that good solid kick off the rail. And in this match, both players are making some mistakes, which is something that you don't see either one of them do in match play. And the thing is, It's going to come down to the back nine, and the holes that are aceable that need to be made, whoever can make the most of them, I think, is going to win this match.
Okay, and we'll watch and see if John here now can pull himself up by one again in the match, with Nick having that unfortunate bogey on this hole. And that's going to kick the rail too, so we'll see if John's got a testy little par putt here. And he makes it. On 7, goes up 1 again in the match as he stands in here on the 8th hole. Got it underway. I think he may have hit it a little early. We'll see if it comes. Yes, it did. Nice putt. Now Nick needs to avoid going 2 down. And I believe he's got it as well. Nice putt, Nick. In here on 9, still 1 up in the match as both players aced the 8th hole. John has this underway. It's sliding a little right. Thought it might come back door for a moment, but he'll leave this out. And Nick concedes it to him. The story of this hole, Dave, is hit it firm and have cup speed.
Yeah, Kevin, I'd say there's about a 10% chance of ace in this hole. Hit good putts like that, and you almost have to hit a perfect putt in order for it to go.
Now John maintaining a 1-hole lead here on the 10th hole. A good ace hole for most top players. Oh, John, that's probably the worst putt we've seen John hit tonight, Dave.
Yeah, this is a hole most of the players count on making, and this is what I was talking about earlier. There's maybe about 2 or 3 holes that are very good aces on this back 9, and you almost have to make them and hope you can get a couple more if you want to win this match.
Okay, and we'll see if John can make his par here. A long, lengthy deuce putt. Very well done, though. John feeling no pressure, apparently. He nailed that one very well. Now Nick with an opportunity to draw this match even. Oh, and he got a bad break off that rail. John following that beautiful par putt on 10. Now will lead off on 11. Still 1 up on the match. And this one hugging the rail all the way down. I don't think it's going to get over, but close enough, I'm sure, that Nick will let him, of course, have that deuce. Now we'll see if Nick can get something going here. That's a good-looking putt. Is it going to come in? Oh, got a bad kick off that back rail. Now a little bit of a tester for his par to keep this match 1 down. Oh, bad break.
2 now?
He's at 2, yeah. John with a 2-hole advantage now as he tees up here on the 12th hole. And Dave, I think it's shaping up, as you said earlier, that somebody's going to have to really play well on the backside here and make some good aces. And it looks right now it's going to have to be Nick to get something going.
Yeah, right now Nick's down, but he's certainly not out of it because even though 12 or 13 are holes that you don't really get in trouble in, 14 and 15 could pose some problems. So it's possible we'll see some bogeys or possibly double bogeys on them holes. So you never know. 16 could be a problem as well.
Okay, and Nick seeing if he gets the ace here, and he does. Well done. We'll lead off on 13 now. He's 1 down in the match following that ace on the 12th hole. Got this one underway. Is it going to stay straight? Yes, beautiful. Drilled it in the cup. Now we'll see if John can handle the pressure and respond in kind. He's got it underway. Hit it hard. Will it stay in the line? No, it didn't. Nick stands in here on the 14th hole, having drawn this match even with that beautiful ace on 13. And, ooh, misses the cup on the right. Seen a lot of right lips tonight. Ooh, tough break there. Oh, and he nicely negotiates that 3. A little frustration there on Nick's part. Now, John with an opportunity to get back ahead in this match. See how he plays this. Looks like he's going right at the cup, and he's got it. On the 15th, he's one up again with now all 4 holes here to play in the match. And just missed going the corner. This is definitely not a give-me putt, Dave.
You know, that's the one thing I was mentioning earlier about this hole, Kevin. There are no gimmies unless you're right up close to the hole. See if John can knock this in.
And he does, and now we'll watch Nick needing to make an ace here to draw this match even again. Not an easy ace hole, to be sure. Makes a good attempt, but he'll go back in that corner as well. Ooh, bad break there, and he falls 2 down. In here on the 16th hole, 2 up with 3 to play. And we'll see if he can nail this one. He played this hole pretty well tonight. Safely through, and a little bit of a hard kick, so we'll see if he can make this putt. Safely in, though. Now Nick basically needing these aces. That's the story of this game at this point. Nice looking putt, but I don't know if it'll go over. It's cut on him. And he'll stay 2 down. John will stand in here with a 2-hole lead with 2 holes to play. So this could be the match. And he's got a nice looking putt here. Will it come back door? No, won't go. Nice looking attempt, but just couldn't get it to fall. Now this match comes down to one word, ace. And that's what Nick needs to do here. It's got underway. I don't know if it's going to come over or not. It's going left on him. And this will be John Filber's match tonight. In just a moment, we'll be back and give the final interviews with our 2 final players. With our 2 final players from match play tonight, on my left is John Filber, who won the match, and on the right, the runner-up, Nick Parent, who we'll talk to in just a moment. But first, let's talk to John Filber, who I used the word earlier, John, in describing your play tonight, zoned in. Let me ask you, did you feel real comfortable out there tonight?
Well, I did, and this is the first time that I felt comfortable on this course in a long, long time. We're talking about years, because I haven't won on this course since the early 90s, and I can't remember the last time I really putted well on it.
Well, you stormed through tonight, taking medal in the amateur play and coming through in fine fashion with the match play tonight. So you were saying earlier that you had played fairly poorly on Tuesday night out north, and you were looking forward to playing better here. And I think David said earlier when he was interviewing you during the medal play interview that you've really gotten your game together here after struggling earlier part of the season. Can you put it on anything in particular that's got your game turned around at this point?
Well, it's kind of funny because in past seasons, it's always been the first half of the season that I've been most effective in terms of winning, and then I've sort of coasted the second half. But this season, I've been mediocre in the first part, and then as the second half of the season approached, I began to get it together, and I'm trying real hard, and the weather is nice, too. I mean, I'm kind of a fair weather putter, and so I'm enjoying these nice warm evenings, and I'm finally getting my act together.
Well, and you got it together in fine fashion tonight. Again, congratulations for a wonderful medal and
Thank you.
tremendous match play tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ken on my right now is the runner-up, and I guess we can say this is getting to be old habit, Nick. You've been in this position, what, 3 or 4 times now this year. Again, you've been playing great, and what do you think it'll take to get you over the hump this year?
I just got to get the breaks that I'm not getting and lower down on the bogeys, and I think I can get it together just from that.
You have played extremely well at times here on course 2. I know a lot of players have said that they don't particularly care for this course, and of course others like Jim Wonderly, and I guess now we can say John Filber, find it to be one of the best courses. What's your thoughts on this course?
I hate this course. But sometimes I can play good, and I was surprised about tonight. I played pretty good compared to what I do usually.
Okay, well, again, we'd like to congratulate you on a great match play, and as I was saying earlier, you know, being the runner-up isn't that bad a position, and as long as you keep getting on the dance floor here, I'm sure you're going to come through with a win here pretty soon. So, again, congratulations on a great tournament tonight. Okay, that's our interviews tonight, and to just wrap things up here a bit, we'll run down the winners in the divisions, starting with the cash division. It was Kenny Moore, who incidentally not only won the cash division tonight, but came on and shot a new course record, 25, breaking a believed to be 2-week-old record by James Tweet, who had shot a 26, or excuse me, James Teal, pardon me, shot a 26 just several weeks ago on this course. In the amateur A division, our winner was the individual we just interviewed a little while ago, John Filber. John with a brilliant 29 to open play in that tournament tonight. And in the B division tonight, it was James Tweet who came through with his first victory. Again, we'd like to thank all the people for coming out and playing, and we encourage you all to come out and join us each week. We play out here on the South Course on Thursday nights, starting at 7 o'clock, practice at 6. The North Course at 7 o'clock, again practice at 6. On behalf of Dave Kreider, my color man, and the gang of merrymen that you've seen passing by me, this is Kevin Krajewski saying good night and enjoy having you come out to watch and, of course, play the wonderful game of putt-putt.